Do 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 do. Da 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 la 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 la. Bo bo bin da 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 ho ha. Rang gang gang la da da ho ha. Ching tao hu hai. Pondai shando ruai.
All right, on the move. We're a society of addicted people. We're all addicted to something. We're just like walking around with these addictions. And let's analyze your addiction for a moment. And just analyze your addiction vicariously through me. I'm going to talk about the impulse that hits your brain like a sting, like a manta or like a stingray, just ow. It's just a jolt of lightning that goes up the spinal cortex, whatever, right into your fucking lobes of your brain, and it says, I need, right? That's what it says. I need a cup of coffee right fucking now. I need a cigarette. I need a breath of fresh air. I need it. I need it. I need it. And you're gonna suffocate and die if you don't get this thing that your mind has imposed on you. You don't need anything. All right? That's the first thing. Jesus Christ went 40 days and 40 nights without any fucking food. I don't even think he needed water. I forget the parable, but you can sit in a little bit of discomfort. And guess what? It goes away. The discomfort goes away. You crawl the walls for a minute, and then it goes away. This idea that you need some relief, and it's just an imposition. It's an imposition. Something in your psyche is imposing itself upon you. And that's the challenge. To call its bluff. You say, guess what? I can survive without a cup of coffee right now. I might be a little sweatier, and my foot might tap a few more times than normal, but I can get through this awkward, uncomfortable anxiety. I don't need a cigarette right this minute. I don't need to tell this asshole that just cut me off what a raging witch she is and how she deserves to fucking be gobbled up by ants. I don't need it. I can be I can be the classy one. I can take the high road. I can inhale some recycled air-conditioned air, and I can fucking deal with shit. We're plugged into something bigger than us. Actually, you know what? We're plugged into something bigger. And guess what? It's not bigger than us. It is us. And sometimes you need to make a request to the bigger you and go, hey, guess what, bigger me? I could use a little help right here. Can you find it in your wisdom to help me? I need a little grace right this moment. you ask. You take a knee and you ask, I need help. Get through this day. Because I'm not handling it so well by myself. Can you please help me? Some people call it prayer. I call it appealing to your greater self. You don't give yourself enough credit. You are enormous. And this little body that you walk around in, this little meat suit, is just a point. A point in this giant you. It's just a little point. An insignificant little point that the rest of you is dragging around like some problem child. And the rest of you has so much empathy and sympathy for the you that chose to embody in this third dimension. The rest of you. It feels like you're a big, giant, disembodied, dismembered. Like, oh, a chunk of me's on in a spaceship floating around the planet Io. Another chunk of me is buried in some bog in the Florida bayou. Another piece of me is, it's like these hacked, dismembered chunks of you have all been thrown to the wind. And is it any wonder that the whole, super team, the super squad, kind of giant Mechsuit Robot, Japanese giant Mechsuit Robot team is like a thing, like form of, and it's everybody's like, I'm an arm, you're a chest, I'm a pelvis, I'm a head, and they come together and they form this giant super robot. Where do you think that unconsciously comes from? That's us. That's who we are. We're all these giant, multi-dimensional aspects of ourselves. And sometimes you have to make a little appeal to the greater you. Some people call it God. I call it the greater you. And just go, you know what? I could really use a 1972 station wagon in bright orange. And, maybe one will drive right by you. You don't know. That's pretty specific. Maybe that's not how you use the greater you. You could probably try it as an experiment, but I think there's probably a wiser use of this technique. I'm going to keep working on it. But in the meantime, I urge you to try it. Oh, on the move. Thanks for joining me for another episode of On the Move. I'm going to leave you now in peace to the smooth jams of necrophilia. No drama connection principles. Thursday's not the time for you to tow my template chains to my laundry bin. Oh yeah. If you got a new kind of lingo for me, put your finger on the fuse. Oh, see, 'cause I can always light another in some other kind of weekend. You'll always be hungover, and you'll probably always bend. So when I threaten all my friends, emotionally impotent and afraid, they're all my pets today. In the sunshine of the day, dream, holiday, oh day, dream. Summer's over, oh day, dream. Get back to work, you twerp.